AITA for telling my stepmother I will never ever add her name to mine? My mom died during childbirth with me. My dad gave me her name as my middle name so she would always be with me. He also gave me the name she picked for me as a first name. When I was 6, he met Nora and they got married when I was 8. Nora bonded with me instantly. She wanted to be my mom and for me to be her daughter. I thought she was okay but always seemed very pushy and insecure. It bothered her that my mom chose my first name and that my middle name was my mom's first name. It bothered her that I would kiss my mom's photo goodnight. That my dad still talked about her with me and that her presence was still very much in our lives. When I was 10, Nora brought up the idea of adding a second middle name for me so I could carry both my mom's names with me. My dad asked me how I felt about it and I told him I didn't want to. He said that was the end of the conversation. She continued to ask me at random over the next 7 years. This last time she talked about how my half-sisters both had her first name as a middle and how nice it would be to tie the 3 of us together like that. I told her that I will never ever add her name to mine. That I have said no repeatedly and unless she wants me to tell Dad she has continued to bring it up. Then she needs to drop it. She told me how carrying both moms was special. I told her she is not my mom. And her jealousy is a huge part of the reason I never bonded with her that way. But that she was driving me crazy over the name thing and I am tired. So I wanted her to hear loud and clear for the final time. It was never happening in a million years and nothing would change my mind. She has been so upset since. It's been about 3 weeks and she told me I chewed her up and spat her out and showed no care for her feelings. AITA? NTA. She has an unhealthy obsession with this. To be honest, even coming up with that request is not normal. Your middle name is not about ownership. It's a lovely symbol of your mother. Between you and your dad, I think making it clear it's never going to happen is the best thing to do. NTA and talk to your dad. She's looking to you, a child, for validation. That's not right to put that kind of expectation and guilt on you. At all. Screw her feelings. It's tough as a stepmom. But she is the adult and chose to be a parent, and no parent, biological or step, gets to tell their kids what to feel. Plus tell your dad. He can't protect you from emotional blackmail if he doesn't know. And her jealousy is a huge part of the reason I never bonded with her that way. This is what your stepmom needed to hear. NTA. NTA, show your dad this post. NTA, and you should tell your dad anyway. You and your dad made a boundary that she refused to respect. I think what sticks with me about your story is how great your dad is and how he honors your mother's memory with you. NTA, she sounds like she's got some issues to work through. I don't know if it's jealousy, narcissism, or being over-possessive, but your stepmom is not right for continuing to ask you to change your middle name to honor her in some weird way. I'd talk to your dad about this. He needs to be aware of what's going on. This isn't normal behavior. Especially being that defeated when you refused her unreasonable request. NTA. She is an insensitive, self-absorbed person who is bullying you, and it is bullying. Actually, it is emotionally abusive because she is trying to manipulate and guilt you. Tell your father. Enough is enough. Your mom should not be erased from your life or be deemed to be dismissed. Your name is your name, your choice. Screw her. NTA. If she is going to keep bringing it up, I would let your dad know. NTA. WTF. Did I read that correctly? Both of your half-sisters have her first name as their middle name? What kind of narcissist does that? And why are 2 girls with her name not enough so that she has to badger up to get a third? NTA sounds like it was the harsh truth she really needed to hear. NTA. Don't let her emotionally blackmail you. No means no. NTA. And, as others have said, you need to talk with your dad about it. Nora needs to stop this crap. NTA. There is 0 reason for her to add her name in any way to yours. She's your stepmother, not your mother. She may be motherly, and she might want more. But I find it really uncomfortable that she's trying to either add herself to your identity or remove your mother. Naming a child is something you do at birth. Unless you were getting adopted into a new family with a new last name. There's 0 reason for your name to be futzed around with at all. Marriage is one of those take it or leave it things with name changes. This is highly unusual and makes me uncomfortable in a weird way. I'd stand your ground and maybe bring it up to your dad that you're not okay with her insecurity. With you being born by another woman cropping up so frequently. NTA. It sounds from your post that she has 2 daughters from her marriage to your father and that they bear her name. She needs to accept that as enough and move on. She is being emotionally greedy at your expense and that is not okay. I hope she gets over it. NTA. Her behavior is the reason you didn't bond. You can't force someone to love you, and when you try, you push them away. Also, please tell your dad what she has been doing, especially if it's behind his back. He needs to know what happened from you. NTA. She isn't satisfied with her daughters having the same middle name and wants you to add hers too. She's not respecting you or your dad's boundaries or your feelings on the matter. She every so much as mentions how upset she is about you not changing your mind. Tell your dad and make it clear that it's causing you distress since she's been asking you for over 7 years and she won't stop no matter what you say. I wish you luck. And I'm sorry you have such a narcissistic step-parent. NTA. This is the truth and she didn't want to hear it. NTA. If she said that last bit to me, I would retort with, "Hey, I learned that from you." NTA. It wouldn't have gotten so severe if she had listened to your boundaries when you first set them. Her continued rejection lies with her.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.